Hello everyone, it's me. I just thought I would do a video just to say hello and a little update. Last time I was in hospital, as you can see, I'm back. Last time was in August, September time, just before Egypt. So I thought I would do another one for this admission, but unfortunately this admission's been a lot longer than I thought. It's just nearly sort of 5 weeks now. Luckily, I'm going home tomorrow, so that's so good. So I thought I would just do one on my last night because I'm feeling a lot better than I did. So I thought I would just do a little update just to say hello and also to say thank you to all the people on YouTube, because a lot of people have been watching my videos and commenting and sort of sending a lot of love and stuff, which is really nice. There are a lot of other CF patients, I'm assuming, that are watching it as well. I've obviously spoken to them and haven't, but if you want to have a chat or whatever, just feel free just to post a question or comment or anything online. I'll be happy to reply. The last one that I did was last night I was in hospital before I was going to Egypt. So yeah, I had a really good time. Thank you for people that asked. It was really amazing, and I got to see the pyramids. I went snorkeling, and I did everything that I wanted to do. And obviously, last time there was a bit of a struggle as to whether I would be alright without my oxygen, because I wasn't going to take it with me. I was okay. I was quite tired towards the end of it. It was kind of good to come home, I think, because I did kind of need it. But I was okay for that week, so that's really good. Yeah, and then I sort of went a bit downhill when I got out again. It just seems to be the way. I think I'm just going to be needing IVs every now and again. It just seems like every time I stop having IVs, my chest sort of starts to deteriorate quite quickly, really, which obviously isn't ideal. But yeah, this time, I came in sort of end of October. It's, over 4 weeks ago. So, and it's the 20th or 19th of November now. So unfortunately I was in for my birthday. I was in for my best friend Pip's birthday on Halloween. I was in for mine on the 2nd of November. I was in for my brother's on the 10th. I was in for my friend Jess's on the 9th. I was in for my mum's, which was the 18th, and obviously today was Richard's, so I was in for literally everyone's birthday, which was a bit rubbish. But we made it really nice. It was nice that it could be, everyone came and visited me, and I got some really nice presents and stuff, and we tried to go out for everyone else's birthday as well. So, and like when I get out of here, we'll go and do something a bit nice. Managed to go to the Harry Potter studio tour as well for my brother's birthday, which was really nice. Just a day out, a day away from here. Because 5 weeks is pretty long. As you can see, my room is actually quite bare at the moment. That's all my stuff in bags. I've still got some stuff, but my mannequin. Yeah, I mean, earlier it was absolutely it was a tip. So I'm really glad that I kind of tidied it up a bit. I'm ready to go. It's officially now, everyone in my family's birthdays is sort of done now. So for me, it's officially Christmas. So I'm getting all excited for that. Posted lots of videos on YouTube, from YouTube on Facebook, listening to Christmas music. I've bought 7 Christmas presents already, so that's pretty well organised for me. As with this admission, I came in, like I said, at the beginning, towards the end of October, which was a bit shocking, but I wasn't feeling very well for quite a long time, and I was putting it off because I wanted to stay out for my friend Una's birthday because I was in for hers last year. So, not that that's Una's fault or anything. That was my decision. But anyway, I came in, and 2 weeks in, I still wasn't feeling any better. So they had to change the IVs again, which was a bit of a pain. This time as well, I've got a few more things to try physio-wise. I've got now a pet mask, which I'll show you quickly. It's this. I don't know if any of you have them. If you have CF, I don't know if you've seen them or heard of them before. Basically, I do autogenic drainage, which is pushing, like deep breathing, and just pushing the secretions up as far as I can in my chest, so that I don't have to do a lot of coughing to cough it up. For my pet mask, this enables me to do a full cycle of AD, because the last few admissions I've been having a lot of trouble actually doing a full cycle. And what we call a full cycle is basically a low breath, a medium breath, and a high breath, and it's all designed to try and move the secretions up from low to high. What was happening was I couldn't get down to the bottom, which obviously is a problem because that's where all the infection sort of lies, in all the bacteria there. So my airways, if you think about the size of your airways, they're quite tiny. They kept collapsing. And the amount of stuff that needs to come up, there's a lot down there, and it generates quite quickly. So the pet mask creates positive pressure to keep the airways open, so that when you're breathing it can shift it a bit quicker. Last time as well, I told you about my CT scan, which they did, which was a year on from the one from last year, and it had progressed quite a bit in damage. It wasn't awful, but a lot of my right lung is quite severely damaged now. This time I was allowed to see it. I asked to see it, which I'm not quite sure I liked seeing it at all, but I didn't. But I think it's best to know for yourself, to see for yourself what's going on, because it's nothing worse than being in the dark. So I just thought I wanted to see it for myself, really, just to get a gauge on things. My right lung's always been a problem. It's always been the worst lung. So we decided as well maybe to try lying on my left side when I do my physio, to try and drain my right lung, which seemed to be quite effective. The only problem is, obviously, there's a lot of stuff down there, and it generates really quickly. So as soon as you do some physio, it sort of starts to regenerate, which is a bit rubbish, but it's so much easier lying now on my left side using my pet mask. I'm also going to be taking home the ultrasonic nebulizer, which sounds pretty snazzy, but it's not. It's basically a nebulizer that creates steam, warm steam, so that I breathe it in, and it helps loosen things up and move things around, because I always find that when I've been in the shower, or I'm making like a cup of tea, if I breathe in the kettle steam, or if I open the oven when I'm cooking food, the steam, the hotness, the heat of it just I just start coughing uncontrollably, which obviously isn't ideal. If you're making pizza or whatever, you could get some pretty unwelcome toppings, just saying. So we thought that maybe using the ultrasonic neb at home, even though it's more equipment, more time, more effort, I'm willing to put in the graft just to put off the lung transplant as much as necessary, really. That term has been bandied about quite a few times as well, this admission. I think we're kind of running out of options with regards to IVs and whatnot. So obviously I can keep coming in for IVs and keep chopping and changing them, but I think lung transplant is one step further towards that. I think now we've talked about it a little bit more. I'm obviously not there yet. The thing is, obviously, I mean, I don't know if you know, but obviously, like, you have to, well, they say that they start to think about, or they transfer you to Harefield or put you on the list for a lung transplant at around about 30% lung function. Mine's about 50 at the moment. It goes down when I'm unwell, but at the moment I'm just about managing to hoik it up to about 50%. So obviously as well, that's not the only factor really that they sort of think about. It's about quality of life, and if nothing else is getting rid of these infections in the lungs. Basically, my doctors have said, if and when the time comes that you just say you can't do this anymore, coming in and out of hospital, it's not a good way of life. Then they'll sort of start thinking about transferring me. But at the moment, I'm trying to keep as much as I can, just coming in here or doing as much as I can at home, and then if I have to come in here, I have to come in here, because by all means, a lung transplant would be amazing, and it would change my life, if it worked, and I know that it has changed so many patients' lives. But it's a lot to go through, it's a lot to discuss and think about. It's a big process to go through, and obviously it's not a cure. Basically the whole process starts again. It's like having new lungs, they're like baby lungs again. So, it's a risky operation, and aside from the obvious, whilst obviously I don't want to be too unwell to actually have the transplant, I don't want to be too well, and, at the moment, transplantees are supposed to survive about 5 to 10 years longer. Obviously that's average, everybody's different. Some people stay alive for a lot longer, some people stay alive for a lot shorter, it's all sort of ifs and buts, but at the moment where I am, in my head, I'm thinking as much as I can, I'll put it off until I feel I can't do this anymore. So yeah, it's more challenging the older you get, but it just makes the good times even better, really. So this admission, I think, has probably been one of the longest and toughest ones, and obviously I thought I'd just do an update just to say hi and stuff, because I didn't want to obviously do one every night, because 5 weeks of seeing my face, I think people would probably start switching off. So I just wanted to say as well, really briefly, just thank you to everyone that's, come to see me and sent me messages of support and love and everything, Sometimes even if I don't reply, I know I'm normally quite good with Facebook. If, people message me, I will reply back, but sometimes I forget, or sometimes I'm, like, sleeping and I'll sort of vaguely read it and then forget to, text you back or message you back or whatever, but it means a lot, for everyone sort of to say, I hope you're alright, or even if it's just a hello or a smiley face or whatever. Just thank you so much for the last 5 weeks, really, because you've been massive support, and obviously massive shout out to Richard and my mum, because they've been up here every single day, so, and it must be quite tiring for them. So yeah, I just thought I'd give you an update to see where we are. One last thing as well, my doctors were hoping to start me on one last nebulizer called adrenaline, which actually is, at the moment I have it for IV sometimes, and it's just sort of starting to get used more in sort of nebulized form. It will become available in April to everyone, but unfortunately, because of lack of funding, David bloody Cameron, they won't fund it for me, because they're not sure if it's going to work or not, which to me that's not a good enough reason, because what if it does? It could change, my life and a lot of other CF patients on the ward. So the doctors at the moment are appealing, they're fighting the choice, the decision, so hopefully I'll get it a little bit sooner than April, but at the moment I'm waiting until April until I get that, just kind of pinning all my hopes on it, really, to keep me out of hospital a little bit longer. But at the moment, short term, like I said, it's technically now the 20th of November, so it's technically Christmas in my eyes. I'm just going to try and keep out of hospital until after Christmas, as longer if possible, but just I don't want to come back in before Christmas now, so Yeah. Like I said, thank you so much for watching. Any questions, any comments, just give me a shout. To my friends and family, thank you for coming to see me and my birthday presents and stuff. So it was really nice. Take care, and hopefully I won't see you too soon. Loads of love.